Started making more money. When I first had my daughter, I was a server. I was a waitress. I waitressed at all the restaurants. Red Lobster, Chili's, Bennigan's. I was like the top server for like 6 years. And then when I ended up getting fired, because in Illinois we have this thing called at will. So meaning like you can get fired at any time for any reason. You can get fired. So my last job was Leona's, and I worked at Leona's for about 2 years. And I'll never forget, I was going into work, and you know, I'm all happy. I'm on my way to work. You know, I'm serving tables. Serving tables is fun, you know, depending on what city you live in. In Chicago or in Illinois in the suburbs, it's fun serving tables. You meet a lot of nice people, and you make money while you're doing it. So I'll never forget, I went into work at Leona's. My daughter was like 4 or 5. And when I walked into work, the girl was like, "Hey." I said, "Hey." She said, "You know, they firing people today." I said, "Oh, well, I hope they don't fire me." And sure enough, soon as I came around that corner, my manager, she met me at the corner. She said, "Hey," she said, "let me meet you in the office. Let me talk to you in the office." So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not thinking I'm finna get fired because I'm the head server. You know, I ain't never been late. I'm a good server. I get good compliments. People be like, I want to, you know, the little cute black girl, I want to be in her section because she good. I like her. She know what she doing. So I'm like, I know I ain't finna get fired. And sure enough, I went in that office and sat down, and that lady was like, "We're going to have to let you go." And I started looking around like, me? Let me go? Why? So they was like, "Well, you know, we really don't have a reason why, you know. I ain't had no write-ups. I barely was late at this job." And just like that, I didn't have a job. They didn't have no reason why. They was saying, call corporate. You know, maybe they can give you a reason why, but we don't have a reason why we letting you go. And when I went home, I went and picked my daughter back up. My cousin used to watch my daughter. And I went and picked her back up. And when I got to the door, my cousin was like, "What happened to you?" She's like, "What, you got fired?" I'm like, "Yeah." So she like, "Hey." So I went and got my daughter. I sat on my bed. And I was just like, dang. Now, usually, because at this point, I done worked about 5 restaurants. So I got good references. I got good job history, you know, about serving tables. But then something came over me while I was sitting on the bed. And I was like, do I just go and fill out another application? Or do I just try to just go and figure out how to do stuff on my own? Because I don't want no one to be the leader of my ship. I want to be the leader of my own ship. So at that point, they didn't care about me having a car note. They didn't care about me having rent that was due. They didn't care about my daughter needing nothing. They just fired me. And I sat there for about 30 minutes on that bed, and I said, you know what? I'm never going to work for nobody again. I'm going to find something that I like doing. Now, God, you know how God give you gifts? God gave me a gift of doing nails. I've always liked doing nails. When I was living with my mom and daddy, or when I was young, whatever, my mom and daddy wasn't we gonna give you money for your hair, we gonna give you money for your nails, you want to get money for clothes. They was looking at me like, you better work. If you want all that stuff, you better work. So I was like, well, shoot, let me figure this out, because I'm not about to go to high school looking bogus. So I used to get in my mirror. I had a mirror on the back of my door. I used to get in that mirror. I used to figure out how to do my hair. And I used to sit in there. If I had to sit in that mirror all night, I would do my hair. Nails. Now, back in the day, nails was like the SWV nails. They were long. And people put rhinestones on it, nail art, all that stuff. So a full set back in the day was at least $40 or $50. It wasn't no Chinese people back in the day. It was all black people doing nails back in the day. Chinese people didn't come until later on. When black people was just doing nails, a full set of nails was 50 and up. Maybe 50 and up. I'm just saying 50 at the least. That's if you found a little girl in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But I said, I always had the gift of being able to do nails. And so when I decided not to never work for anybody no more, I went and enrolled into nail school, because I know that was God. God gave me that gift. I used to do my own nails. I used to do, you know, kids in the hood, you know, girls in the hood nails. I used to just do nails. But when I got pregnant with my daughter, I was like, yeah, I can't be sitting here doing nails. I got to really make some money, because, you know, it's just a little side hustle. So that's when I went into serving tables. So when I sat on that bed, I said, you know what, I'm going to go and do the gift that God gave me. I'm going and start there. And the next week, I enrolled in nail school. It was called Chicago Nail School in Blue Island. And the instructor name was, what was his name? I forget his name. I'm sorry. It'll come to me in a minute. But it was a black guy. It was a black Jamaican guy. And he was the owner of the school. Royan or something. I forget what his name was. So I went into nail school, and from that point on, I started doing nails. I started working at salons, and I just started doing nails full time. Now, it took me a little while to get out of nail school, because when I started working at salons, instead of me going to school on a Saturday, I was in the salon doing nails. And he used to always be like, you ain't gonna never finish nail school. I'm like, why? He like, because you always in the salon working. It ain't about making money right now. It's about learning. I used to be like, yeah, whatever. I'm making money and learning. So after I graduated from nail school, I don't even know how I got into this story. But after I graduated from nail school, I ended up starting to just work in salons. Work in salon. I'm hustling, I'm working in salon. But again, I felt like I was back working for people. Because working in salons, you can't just walk in and do whatever you want. They had hours, they had rules. They taking a commission. The commission is maybe like a 40-60 split. So you might have charged somebody $100. Well, 40 of that is 60 of that was yours, and 40 of it went to the owner. So that's how 40-60 commission work. So for the next couple of years, I was in salons working. It was okay. I met a lot of people. It was a lot of good things. But then the last salon I worked at, see, I have epiphanies. When I have epiphanies, it's just like they come over me. When they come over me, I listen to it. I don't know if I think that's God really talking to you. When you have an epiphany, that's really like God talking to you. And I had an epiphany. And when I had this epiphany, I was like, I worked hard in nail school. Why am I still kind of working for somebody? Because, again, you still got to move by their music. So the last salon I worked at was called Faith in God Salon. It was on the west side of Chicago, Faith in God Salon. And I was working, and again, it was a nice salon to work at. It was on the corner of Kidsey. It was busy, and it paid the bills. But I had kind of had an epiphany, like, you've been working at salons for the last couple of years. Now it's time for you to open your own salon or work for yourself, really work for yourself. And in my mind, I was like, man, how am I going to work for myself? I ain't really got that much money. How am I going to open up a salon? I'm like, where am I get that money from? So I sat around, and I was like, man, how I'm going to tell the owner that I don't want to work for him no more, because the owner was my ex-boyfriend, or my boyfriend at the time, brother. And it was just like, how I'm going to tell him I don't want to work for him no more. But I did. I don't know how I did it. I called him up and I told him, hey, I don't want to work in the salon no more. I want to open my own space. And, at first he was kind of like, you want to leave me? And I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to move on. And, he was okay with it. He understood, and I got all my stuff out of his salon. And I put it in storage, because I didn't know where it was going, because I ain't even had no space. I just knew God had told me it's time for me to move on and start doing your own thing. So I put my stuff in storage, and I started looking for spaces. So my brother, he's an entrepreneur too. So he had just started out on his business, and he had found a space. Actually, the space where he's at, what he started as what Black Ink Crew records, 9 mag, where they record at. So of course they wasn't mag. They probably was 9 mag, but they didn't have a VH1 credentials back then. They was just a regular tattoo shop that was in Lacuna Lost. And my brother said, I said, well, Brian, I'm sorry. Brian, Tawan is my twin brother. But Brian, I said, can I come in there and, rent out a section to do nails? And he like, yeah, sure. So I got all my stuff. It was a little corner in his loft space. The loft space was probably like 800 square feet maybe. And I was back in the corner, and that's where I did nails at for like 2 years. Back in the corner of his loft. And so everything was good. You know, Lacuna lost. You know, everybody is hip, it's trendy. People come in there getting their nails done. You know, I ran a good nail salon. It was just me. Because I wanted to make sure, you know, I wasn't ready to hire client employees yet. It was just me for a long time. So after that, I worked in my brother's law for a while, and then in 2014, I decided that it was time for me to move on. So I again told my brother, you know, that I'm leaving. I packed up my stuff. I didn't know where I was going. I just put it back in storage, and I decided to look for me my own nail salon. And when I found a nail salon, it wasn't even that far from Lacuna. It was actually on 22nd and Hosted. So that's where I'm at now. I opened up my salon, and the name of my salon is Dim Some Nails in Here. I have to give you that story another time, so this live won't be too long. But the name of my salon is Dim Some Nails in Here. And I went in there and I started doing nails. And when I started doing nails, I went on Groupon, and I just had a big clientele. And my clientele just started growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And, you know, right now I'm in a process of hiring more employees, because I'm tired of bending over doing pedicures. I like doing no-chip manicures, but my back be like, it ain't ready for no. I'm tired of doing no-chip, pedicures. I'm looking for someone to do more pedicures, and I'll just stick with the no-chip manicures. And then from there, I started making more money. So again, Knobby Hair is about when you start, like you can see how I didn't really start with no money. So during that time, I was a waitress. I was working, doing nails. I was wearing synthetic wigs. So when I started to get my own salon and making more money, I started buying hair. And again, hair is expensive. I wasn't selling hair at the time. I was just buying hair. And hair was expensive. And I came up with the fact that, like, what if I can open up a company where I can sell hair that's affordable? Because I know a lot of people out there, they struggle with buying hair. You know, as us black women, we like looking good. So, you know, think about it, we have to, you know, buy lashes, gotta get our eyebrows waxed, we gotta get our makeup done, we gotta get good quality hair, because you ain't trying to be out there looking bogus. So you try to get good quality hair, and that costs a lot. And so when I opened my company up, I wanted to be able to provide good quality hair at affordable prices. And that's what Knobby means. That means when you go to that next step, like again, I was only wearing synthetic wigs. So when I went to that next step, I started wearing quality human hair. That's when I started buying quality human hair. And that's what Knobby Hair is about. It's about when you get to that next step in life, you also have to step up everything, whether it be clothes, whether it be hair, whether it be your living expenses, anything, buying a better car, whatever you need to do. That's what Knobby Hair represents, a better quality of hair. So that's how I came up with Knobby Hair. That's what that means.